What's up, everybody? It's your boy Austin D back in another video. Before we get started, don't forget, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. All right, let's get started. All right, y'all, first video of the new year. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. All right, we're gonna try to get these out on a better schedule and get stuff situated. I've been busy, y'all, for real. Like on my off days, it's been a lot going on. But anyway, new year means new people are able to look for jobs as police officers, meaning they need to know where to go. So that's what this video is about. One of the most important things is picking the right police department. I don't remember the exact percentage, but there's, I think, about 30 to 40% of new officers will switch departments in it between like the first 4 to 5 years. So that's a lot. And I don't know about y'all, but I hate switching jobs. Like, I hate that whole starting over thing. I hate going through field training again. I hate starting from the bottom again. I just hate switching jobs. I don't plan on going nowhere. That's the plan. But there are some things you gotta look out for when you're starting these jobs. Or before you even start the job, you gotta look out for some stuff. Like, you need to be researching. All right. So first thing first, like, do you want to be the police or do you want to wrestle and chase animals? By that I mean a deputy, okay?
This little piggy, okay, let's be honest, not so little, led deputies on a slow-speed chase in Norwalk today. Yep, they found the pig wandering in a neighborhood there.
I'm glad you didn't say he was dry. He was behind the wheel. After a short foot pursuit, the pig was corralled and returned to its owners.
This is a joke. It's a joke. For me, though, I want to be police, okay? That's a soul searching. Can't nobody talk you into which one you want to do. Each one has their own thing, their own characteristic. I got a video on that already, that police versus sheriff thing. Be police, all right? But sheriffs need people too, so I mean, you got to be people out there in the county. When the cows get out, the horses start running in the road, we need the sheriff deputies to come taking them things back up, put them back in the gate, because I'm not doing that. But anyway, to start off this thing with figuring out which department you want to go to, look at their website. A lot of information should be on their website. If it's not, then that's one of those areas you got to start being like, why not? Why is it not on the internet? But a lot of stuff should be on the internet, all right? On their website. Also check their social media. Research these departments. Figure out what they got going on. So when you look at their websites, look at their pay scale. See how often you'll get raises. See what the starting salary is, when the quickest you'll get a raise. And see if there's a ladder to that thing. Like, if it's 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, you'll get this. Also see if they got a ranking system. So mine has police officer 1, police officer 2, master police officer 1, master police officer 2, master police officer 3. And with each one of those comes a different raise, right? And those are based solely on the amount of time that you've been with the department. You take a test and you get the raise, right? That's it. It's not a leadership position. It's just your raise and showing how long you've been here. Check the work rotation. Okay, how often do they work? Is it one of those crazy 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 19 off, something crazy like that? They be making up just random stuff, and that wouldn't work for me. Okay, 2 days off, then to come back and work 2 and 2 off, bro, just let me work. Okay, I'm gonna feel like you're playing with me at that point. But if that's what you want to do, let's do it. A lot of places do that. So some places got the 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, that. My department has the 4 on, 4 off. That's it. 4 on, 4 off, 4 on, 4 off. Bam. Like the troopers got, what they got, like 7 on, 7 off, something like that. Some places you got you working 3 days, you all 5, you work 2, you all 6. Check on that. See how important your days off are. If you like having days off, then look for a department that offer you more days off. Check and see if the shifts are permanent. Okay. Also check and see if you have a say-so. Okay, I looked at a website today. One of my nearby departments popped up on my Facebook. I clicked on it. The salary was way lower than I thought it was going to be. And then they got to their working schedule, which was a 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2, then that. And then it said we also have permanent shifts. However, they put this, however, you gonna work where we need you to work for manpower. So if you come in and we got enough people on daytime, you gonna be on nighttime. So yeah, they got permanent shifts, but do you get to choose where you're going? Stuff like that. And they also said on the website that you may be required to work when they short on people. That's something you got to think about. My job, it's not like the movies and TV shows where we're working all the time. That just ain't the life of a patrol officer. We work out 4 days on, 4 days off. That's it. There are opportunities that come around right now where we're offered overtime, but we signing up for the overtime. It's not a mandatory. They're not calling us in on our days off like, hey, so-and-so didn't show up. We need you at work. Okay, it ain't like the movies where you're getting called in because somebody just got shot. Now detectives, yeah, but patrol officers, it ain't like that. Also, while you're on the website, look at the specialized units. How many units do they have? See if you can see a picture of those units and look at the people in the picture. They probably been there for forever. One, hopefully they might be retiring soon. They look halfway, you probably ain't get in there. People usually stay in specialized units for forever. So that's something you also look into. Is there a cap on how long they can stay in there or what? All right, look at those pictures. Look at these department social media pages. If they got a Facebook page and ain't nothing on there, you might be going to the department that got a real strict social media policy. You can't post this, you can't post that. Who want to work for that? Like, come on now, we in 2022, baby. You gotta get better than that. So that might be something that you gotta go up against. If that don't matter to you though, there you go. Look at size, okay? If the department's posting in there, they got a whole bunch of community stuff, that's important to you. You know, that's a check mark for that police department or sheriff's office. When you're doing your research though, don't give too much credit to the bad reviews. Trust me, people gonna leave bad reviews on police departments or sheriff's office website or like their Google page. They gonna be there because this ain't Chick-fil-A. We can't please everybody. You know, people don't run to us when they're doing good, and it's gonna be bad experiences. So when you see bad reviews, don't let that hinder none of that. All right, just check in on us. So research department do good for you. Do your OR board interview and also your chief interview. When they actually got any questions, you make up a question about something you've seen on there, like flip it around or something. You know, my department had like several different initiatives they have. So that was a question that I made sure I bring up. Like, so I saw this about the initiative. I already knew the answer to it, but I just asked anyway. It showed that you researched the department, that you had a question. Next, and this is the most important, go on a ride along. Okay, ride along is the best way for you to see how that department is. I would not suggest getting hired on a department you ain't did a ride along with. That's crazy. That's ludicrous. I couldn't imagine. Because you don't know what you're getting into. All right? If you kind of know in your head what you want from the department, you'll be able to sit on the ride along. Okay? If you know what you don't want, you'll be able to sit on the ride along. Like if you go on somewhere, it's 2022 and they still here writing tickets. No offense, people still writing tickets, but it's 2022. I go buy you a computer from the Goodwill. I mean, come on. That may be something. We can't afford computers. You ain't getting no raises no time. So, but I don't know. You know, whatever. Look at that stuff though. Ride along is important. All right, when you're in a ride along, look at how the officers treat each other. Let me tell you, the way officers treat each other is important. Okay, if you walk in the halls with your ride along officer and they ain't speaking to nobody and nobody's speaking to them, either you're riding with somebody that they don't like, or that's just not a good work environment. I don't want to go to work when we ain't speaking to each other. I like to talk. I'm talking. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh, what's up? You know, we come up giving hugs. You know, what's up? I ain't seen you forever. That's how it should be. You don't walk through no hallway and you ain't speak to nobody. What's going on? Also, one of the best things that can happen is you get put a lateral officer. So lateral officers are officers that came from different departments, right? Let me tell you, those would be the best ones to sell you on a department because they don't seem the bad already. They know how bad it could be. And like anytime I complain sometimes about the department I'm at now, I can always count on the lateral officer to be like, yeah, back in so-and-so, we did this there. And you're like, okay, bro, I get it. But it reminds you that it could be worse somewhere else. And I always remember, if there's a tiny thing in my head to be like, switch departments. I just be thinking like, each department got their own thing, right? Each one gonna have their own where they picky about this. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Each department gonna have that. Ain't no department perfect. So you gotta kind of weigh that pros and cons. I'm just like, I'm good where I'm at, bro. The lateral officers, they're able to tell you the stuff that was bad about the other department. They typically have no problem telling you what was bad about the other department. Now, you can ask them why they switched. Some may be a little more forthcoming than some other ones, but ask them. See what they say. Typical answer will be something like they ain't got your bag, or be to pay, or the take-home car, something like that. That stuff can be important to some people, and when you get to a department so long and they ain't made no changes, you're like, forget it, I'm leaving, right? So ask those questions. Figure out why they left that department and came here, and ask them if they like it here, if they're thinking about switching again. While you're also on this ride along, pay attention to all the tedious tasks that they got to do, right? So At my department, for every domestic that we go to involving what we call intimate partners, we got to do some type of report on. That's not the same in every department. Some department, let's say if you ain't got no crime, we ain't doing no report. Some departments do a report on everything they go to. I had training not too long ago, and it was like all some different departments, and they were talking about some of the stuff they had to reports on. I'm like, no, we don't do reports on that. No. We tell you to go take out your own warrant. Let that be it. And I'm like, what? Stuff like that. Just see what it is. Like when you're riding, just if you go to this car and be like, all right, we got to do a report on this. You're like, what? Or if like for us, you tow a car and you got to do a tow ladder, and you got to do the tow sheet, and then you got to do some on the computer, and then you got to do this. Like, see all the stuff they got that you build up, and it's not really required by like a law or something. It's just something the department makes you do. So just keep an eye out for all the tedious tasks they make you do, and see if that may be too much for you. You may did a ride on somewhere else, but they ain't got to do all that, and you're like, so-and-so department they ain't have to do all that. That give you something to think about too. And going back to specialized units, ask the officer what his plan is. What he wants to do, or what units he has worked in. If he's saying that he wants to work in something coming up, just ask him why he ain't got there yet, or how long it takes him. Because that's when you start getting information. You get these officers talking, they'll tell you. And don't be annoying and just ask questions all the time. Just throw in a question every now and again. What unit you trying to go to? Or why you ain't got there yet? And then it'll be, because you got to wait 3 years to get before you can do it. And then you got to wait till somebody comes out of the unit. They never come out of the unit, blah, blah, blah. So you can say already, let's say like you want K9 or something. And he's just had to complain that K9, like never come out of working K9. There you go. Now it might not be somewhere for you. That's like me. I used to thought that I wanted to work K9, right? But then I became a police officer and I saw that it's just not for me. Like that just ain't for me. I used to thought I wanted to do it though. I think I still could do it. But I would have to have my own dog and not be around the other dogs, because you got to have a super friendly dog for me to, right? Just know. But just make sure you keep that in your head too. Like if you know you about to walk into something where you want to do a department, but you may not get a chance to do it until like 10, 15 years when the next person retires or something like that. Keep that in your mind. And lastly, just ask about some other stuff, like some of the fun stuff. What's the chase policy? All right, if you go somewhere where if you want to go somewhere where you get to chase people, cool. That's one of your options. You can look around for that. I'm noticing most police departments ain't really doing that no more. You're going to have to go out to the sheriff in the county, where they can typically chase for a lot more stuff than the city can, or a trooper. Their chase policies are a little more lenient than the city's. And other stuff like classes. How often are you able to take a class? Can you take your police car to the class if it's out of the city, or even in the city on your days off? Are they reimbursing you for stuff? Blah, blah, blah. This is stuff you need to know before you go to the department, and you be like, dang, I wish I'd known that before I got here. Like having to drive your own personal car to a training. Like that's crazy. I'm saying that's crazy, but departments around me have to do that. But we get to drive our police car there, no matter where it is. We get to drive our police car, so that's a perk, right? My police car is at my house. That's definitely a perk. But yeah, man, just do your research on these places. Don't go into it blindly. Make sure you do a ride along. Ask questions. All right. And if you got something you're unsure about, don't just go fill out the application. Go sit down with the recruiter and ask them. Like if you got some of your record, you're like, I don't know if they're gonna take me. Please don't waste your time filling out the application. It's too long. That's how you get discouraged, because the application's too long for you to be wasting your time. Go in and have a conversation with the recruiter. Be upfront, be honest. Please don't lie. Please don't leave some stuff out because you feel like it may help you answer. Don't do that. Be honest. Let them know what it is. Just get the answer. If it's no, move on to a different department. Anyway, that's it for this video, y'all. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. See y'all next video, all right? Adios.